Hello, thank you for being here. My name is Nguyen, and I'll be walking you through some of my favorite artworks. I created this work after the Atlanta spa shooting because I wanted to address how Asian American women are so often fetishized and sexualized in American culture. There is often an expectation of how we should appear or behave. When people look at us, they do not see who we are, but rather a reflection of who they think we ought to be. This can create a sense of fractured self where we feel afraid to express our thoughts and emotion and thus render ourselves invisible to the world. While this work speaks to the experience of Asian American women, I think this is a universal issue. Women around the world are still conditioned to suppress our opinions and our emotions, to placate others in social situations. This set of macrame weavings were created to continue this conversation. Both of them were intentionally intricate and labor-intensive. They are meant to illustrate the amount of effort and struggle that women go through each day to shield others from experiencing the intensity and complexity of their true emotional lives. I think women are socially conditioned to nourish others instead of ourselves. This was certainly true for my mother, and I make this piece to honor the sacrifices that she made so that I could pursue my American dreams well fed. She worked as a cashier at a supermarket for less than minimum wage, and she would eat instant noodles for months at times to pay for rent. We were so poor that we actually used a shipping package and turned it upside down to use as our dining table because we didn't have any furniture. I think I was very ignorant of how hard our poverty was on my mom emotionally until one night in high school where I found her coming home late from the supermarket in the kitchen, and she was crying into her rice bowl as she was eating. We never talk about it, and I made this bowl so it could hold all the tears and all the words that we wanted to but couldn't share with one another. Making art is really how I make sense of life's more painful bits, and this work is my invitation to the audience to join me in the process. Like a lot of people, I am an emotional eater. I feel with my guts. So I wanted to show community members how to handle their emotions as they would a dumpling, with patience and delicacy, and then be vulnerable enough to share their emotions with the world. As an artist and a human, I find emotional authenticity is deeply empowering. And empowerment has been one of my biggest artistic goals since day one. In 2023, I received a commission from the Asian American Women Artists Association to curate shows on Asian women artist power and to create a special participatory installation that will speak to the themes of the show. Water is often associated with women's resiliency, and jades is often adored objects of power throughout Asia. It took over 4 miles, roughly 4,000 yards of tulle fabric to make these sculptures. Tulle is often used in bridal wear, and I actually based the design of the wave on my own bridal veil. Like a wedding, I think of this piece as a very special occasion in my life. And this inner sanctum inside the waves was a special place for us to reflect and celebrate our individual as well as collective power. Hundreds of these river stones were inscribed by visitors with their own words of empowerment. After the exhibition, they were donated to Summer Arts Garden, where I hope they will continue to encourage the next generation of Asian women artists.